Hello there, how's it going? Have you ever stopped to think, what is the real purpose of Saiyan armor? Why did they wear it? Does it actually protect them? That's exactly what we're going to find out in today's video. And if you're new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. With that said, let's get into it. The first thing we need to understand is that the armor worn by the Saiyans isn't necessarily Saiyan made. Did you catch that? In other words, it wasn't something they always wore. On the contrary, before this race was ruled by Frieza, they were more like primitive warriors and wore outfits resembling animal skins. From the moment this race took over planet Vegeta, which was originally called Sadala, King Cold saw their potential as warriors. That's when they became part of Cold's army, and later, Frieza's army. Since Frieza's army was massive and made up of many different races, he basically standardized his soldiers by giving them combat armor, along with scouters. Notice that this armor wasn't exclusive to the Saiyans, but used throughout the entire army. The armor essentially became a symbol, making it easy to tell at a glance whether someone was one of Frieza's soldiers. These armors give the impression of being very durable. And to be fair, they are, especially compared to regular clothing. The truth is, we don't know exactly what material they're made of, but what we do know is that they are lightweight and highly flexible, which is ideal for combat. The reason they became known as Saiyan armor is because they were especially practical for Saiyans due to their flexibility, as they wouldn't tear when the Saiyans transformed into great apes. With Gohan and Goku, it was different. When they transformed, their clothes would rip apart and they'd revert back to normal, completely naked. With the armor, that didn't happen since it could adapt to a larger body. Let's just say, it saved them a lot of clothes, right? Throughout the series, we can see that although the armor serves the same purpose, there are several different designs. For example, the older model with shoulder pads and lower flaps worn by Vegeta, Nappa and Raditz, and also by Krillin and Gohan on Namek. There were also variations such as the armor shown in the movie Resurrection F and the ones used by Frieza's henchmen like Sorbet and Tagoma. Later, we also saw the white vest style armor worn by Vegeta during the Namek saga, and Bardock's version, which had straps and side flaps. Another model, now considered non-canon, was used by cooler soldiers, featuring only one shoulder pad. We also saw the model created by Bulma during the Cell saga, worn by Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Trunks while training in the hyperbolic time chamber, and the most recent, more modern version worn by Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super. You probably remember that Goku often wore weighted clothing to help with training, like the outfit he used when fighting Tien. However, despite the extra weight, Goku's outfit wasn't very durable. It would tear easily. In the case of Saiyan armor, the goal is to be lightweight and flexible to allow better movement. And as mentioned earlier, it is also resistant, but only to a certain extent. If we compare it to the regular outfits worn by Goku, Gohan, Krillin, and others, the armor is clearly more durable. However, that durability has its limits. Because you might remember, when Vegeta first came to Earth, there's a scene where Yajirobe cuts through his armor with a katana. And keep in mind, Yajirobe is just a human, or should we say, a superhuman. In Vegeta's case, Saiyan armor holds more sentimental value than practical use. Remember that when he started living on Earth at Capsule Corporation, he refused to wear Earth-style clothes. As a prince, and coming from a monarchy led by his father, he wanted to dress in a way that reflected his status. So, to sum it up, Saiyan armor has more symbolic and sentimental value than actual protective function. Sure, it's more durable than regular clothing, but that durability becomes almost irrelevant when we consider the scale of battles in Dragon Ball. Alright everyone, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And of course, don't forget to like and share it with that friend who loves Dragon Ball. Big thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.